Recording GeoShred Studio in Cubase on macOS using the VST3 plugin wrapper. This plugin wrapper allows you to use GeoShred Studio as a VST3 plugin in DAWs that support VST3, like Cubase. GeoShred Studio is a desktop version of GeoShred that runs on the Mac. It can function as an AUV3, AUV2, or VST3 plugin. And you can use your iOS device running GeoShred to control GeoShred Studio. So you get all the same three-dimensional physical modeling, expressive control that you would get on your iPad. Further, because it runs as a VST3 plugin, it can be a part of your workflow, so you don't have to try crazy things like recording audio from GeoShred on your iPad to a DAW on your Macintosh. You can just record it as MIDI directly and make it a normal part of your workflow. It's really fantastic. Let's get started. The initial download of GeoShred Studio from the macOS App Store is free. After you install GeoShred Studio, you'll need to go to the store and purchase GeoShred Studio Essentials. Essentials includes GeoShred's physical modeling audio engine with 200 presets based on the guitar pluck model and 21 high-quality effects, the preset editor, support for iCloud preset synchronization, and GeoShred Connect, which allows you to use GeoShred on your iPad to control GeoShred on your desktop. After you install Essentials, it will ask you a question: would you like to use iCloud Drive for synchronizing GeoShred files across devices? You definitely want to say yes to this. What this is going to do is, if you edit a preset on your iPad, the preset will be updated in iCloud and your Mac will see the updated preset. And if you edit a preset on your Mac, it will be saved into iCloud and you will see the updated preset on your iOS device. So that's really great stuff. Once Essentials is installed, you'll be able to purchase additional modeled instruments from the store. Now let's go to the iOS version of GeoShred. And as with the Mac version, you're going to get this question about would you like to use iCloud Drive for synchronizing GeoShred files across devices. Again, you want to say yes to that. And there's one additional thing that you want to do is GeoShred Mac uses a mechanism called automation. And you're going to want to turn automation on under settings right here, settings, enable automation, and you're going to go ahead and say okay to that. In a later part of this video, I'll go over what automation is, and there's some considerations that you need to be aware of. Now it's time to download the plugin wrappers for GeoShred Studio. So I've gone here to moforte.com, https://www.moforte.com, and here you'll see at the home page there's a downloads menu item, and if you go to GeoShred Studio, this is the download page about GeoShred Studio. You'll see a link to download the plugin wrappers, both VST and AUV2. Go ahead and click on that. That will start the download, and we'll go ahead and save it. Click on the downloaded package, and it will launch an installer. Follow the instructions of the installer, and then the plugin wrappers will be installed for both VST3 and AUV2. So I've connected my iPad directly to my Macintosh with this normal charging cable. This is how you're going to get MIDI and audio to your Mac. Next, let's look at audio MIDI setup to show you how to configure that. So here we are in audio MIDI setup, and you can see that I can see my iPad here listed because it's connected directly by the charging cable. I'm going to go ahead and enable that. This is how I'm going to get both MIDI and audio to any DAW that's running on my Mac. But let's use the plugin wrapper now. So I'm going to start Cubase. Cubase 14 for me. And I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to create an empty project. And it'll go in my project directory. And there's the empty project. And I'm going to go to this little VST instrument, VSTi tool that's right here. And I'm going to create an instance of GeoShred. And I'm going to go ahead and add the track. And there's GeoShred. And now there's one thing that you have to do is that here in the routing under GeoShred, it says that everything is going to GeoShred is on channel 1, but GeoShred is MPE. So what you need to do is you need to change this to any. And now GeoShred running on the iPad should be able to communicate with GeoShred running in Cubase. We don't envision you playing notes on the screen. That's very tedious. We envision you using GeoShred to play notes. So there is something that you're going to want to do. There's a way of creating a connection between your iPad and your Macintosh. And if I go in here under menu MIDI and connection is off, I select connection receive. So it says ensure connection to your macOS device via IDAM, which we set up already, Bluetooth or audio MIDI interface. We prefer IDAM. That's going to be the lowest latency solution. And so, okay, we're going to say that. Okay, so we're here on my iOS device, my iPad, with GeoShred, and I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to be in send mode. So I'm going to go to MIDI and connection send. Okay, don't warn. And now I should be able to play. You're hearing GeoShred coming from my Mac, and I'm able to play it. Okay, so there we have it. We have GeoShred on iOS in Connect Send mode, speaking to GeoShred, the plugin in Cubase, in Connect Receive mode. And okay, let's record something and play it back. Go ahead and hit record here. Turn off the metronome. Okay, we'll stop the recording. We'll go ahead and rewind it and play it back. Okay, that's it. You can see that GeoShred on the Mac responds to the program changes sent by the iOS device. So for instance, I'm on Shred Lead right now. And I'm going to go ahead and go to the Geo Flute. And you can see it changed here. It changed over here as well. Turn on the overblow. iCloud is used to keep preset edits synchronized between the iOS and the Mac versions of GeoShred. As long as you're using the send, receive, connect protocol between your iOS device and your Mac, then the preset changes will appear on the Mac side within just a few seconds. So as an example, let's go ahead here and I'll choose the Geo Flute. And as you can hear, there's a lot of echo and delay on the flute. I'm going to go here on the iOS side, Mol FX, and I'm going to turn off the echo and the reverb. And I'll go ahead and save that, close, and we'll give it a few seconds. So it turned yellow here because it's edited. You can see it turned yellow here because it's edited. And if we listen, it's perfectly dry. Let's go ahead and make that change again. Model FX, I'll turn the echo and the reverb on, save it, close it, and we'll give it a few seconds here. And the reverb and delay are back. So let's talk about automation. You can see there's an automation parameter here in GeoShred. So I have an example. What I've done here, if you look in the preset here, is I've added the Moog VCF to the Shred Lead guitar, and I propose to use automation to sweep the frequency on the Moog VCF. So that sounds like a very interesting and tangible example. We need to talk a little bit about automation. So automation for VST3 and AUV3 plugins allows you to automate any of the synthesizers or filters parameters. And GeoShred has over 1,000 automatable parameters. Turns out that both plugin architectures fall apart at around 200 parameters. So what we had to do is create this mechanism here where we have user-defined parameters and you map the internal parameters from GeoShred to the user-defined parameters. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to map the Moog VCF filter cutoff to user parameter 1. So that looks good. So now we're going to do a little quick recording here. I'm playing it from my iPad. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and record this. Great, we have a nice little recording there. Go ahead and stop it. We'll rewind. Great, okay. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the automation track, and I'm going to choose more GeoShred user param number 1. Okay, and I'm going to automate that, and then I'm going to use the pencil tool. The pencil tool. I'm just going to draw a bunch of stuff, and we should hear the effect of the Moog VCF. So now we've drawn this control for user parameter 1, which is mapped to the Moog VCF filter cutoff, and I'm going to go ahead and play it back, and we should hear something from our automation here. That's great. That's exactly what I expected. The controller automation. So as you may be aware, all of the GeoShred models respond to MPE. So there's in MPE there are 3-dimensional controls, and the control that is used for expression is channel AfterTouch or channel pressure. So this particular preset is the cello with a vowel. This particular preset, if it is sent channel AfterTouch, channel pressure messages, it will respond with sweeping through the vowels. It's the cello sweeping through the vowels. So if we take a look at the control surface here, under Poly EXPR, you can see that there's a lot of complicated stuff that's going on to make those vowels. And in fact, there's a bunch of different parameters, and some of these parameters have lookup tables like this right here, which are how the vowels are encoded into this particular preset. So it would be very hard to use parameter automation to automate that because you're controlling 5 parameters and it's going through lookup tables. But if you can just send the MIDI channel pressure control, then you can go right through the mechanism that the designer of the preset intended for vowel expression. So what I have here is the GeoCello with the vowel in it. And you can hear the effect of the vowel. So I'm just going to go ahead and record this without very much articulation of the MIDI AfterTouch. Go ahead and rewind it and record it. Great. And we'll go ahead and stop the recording and rewind. So now what we want to do is MIDI automation, and the way you do that is you double click on the track itself, and it brings up, and we'll get GeoShred out of the way here. It brings up the player piano roll, and you can see here AfterTouch is right here, and there's not a whole lot going on with AfterTouch, which is the primary expression mode of MPE. So I'm going to go here with the pencil tool and just do a lot of automating of the pencil tool, and then we'll go ahead and rewind and play it back and see if we hear the effect of that MIDI automation of the MPE AfterTouch. There we go. That's great. That's exactly what we wanted. And here's the whole project. Let's go ahead and play it back. We think that GeoShred is really the best controller to control GeoShred Studio. And if you don't own GeoShred for iPad or iPhone, you can download the free GeoShred Control MPE controller to use with GeoShred Studio. That being said, you can control GeoShred Studio with an MPE controller, a conventional MIDI controller, or a wind or breath controller. This is GeoShred Studio.